All right, let's call the meeting to begin here at 5:40 something, 5:47. See my watch, 5:47 PM, roll call, Vivian? Yes, Justinia.
Present.
John is here, Francisco.
Present.
Larry's not here, Alexandria.
Alexandra.
You know, I would like to get rid of dyslexia. Madeline?
Present.
All right. So, especially advisory board, order of business, any deferrals, additions, deletions? Go ahead.
Two additions,
Okay.
the Hope for Autism talent show. And UN card event. Not able to be.
Okay. I will be moving letter A to next meeting. We're not gonna talk about that today because the town manager can't make it today, so he'll be here next month. And let's move the new business 5K one, the idea, we can talk about that in March too, because we got a lot to do today that are more important anyway. So we'll move those two to next month. Is everybody okay with that?
I would. Try to
A,
stay with the
letter
5K.
A.
No,
That takes
It's
a
gonna take a
while.
lot.
Letter A on both.
I don't even expect us to do it this year. It's gonna take a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be. Because I can't do everything at once. They wanna do the park thing, they wanna get working on that right away, so we have to wait till next meeting for that, and they want to do. We wanna do I am really tired. They want to do. A bigger. Push on our gala this year, trying to do more for the gala.
I'll take over the 5K.
You wanna take it over?
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave it on, never mind.
Let's do 1 or 2 more meetings about it, and then we'll decide we pull it off or pull the floor or.
Okay, I'll leave it on, we'll talk about it, when we can see where it goes from there. But then let's just move the playground concept to next month. Anyone else?
The budget, I would like to speak about.
Perfect, that kind of ties in with our committee report too as well. That's good. All right, any public comments? No, see one here. My goodness, I really look like on camera. Approval of minutes, guys, take a look at the minutes. Are these the ones that we looked at the last time? Like the subcommittee meeting?
The subcommittee minutes are done.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Remember, we couldn't vote to approve the minutes in the last meeting,
Oh, right.
in the subcommittee meeting, this one.
I mean, to be honest. I highly doubt I need to go through with this because Alexandra is so detailed in what she does here.
Just like I was doing, right?
With
No
all
one needs to
respect,
answer.
with all respect, yes, you
No one
did a
needs to-
great job. Better than I would. You're like, let's see my notes. What's one of my notes here? I can't even read them.
And still better than what I used to.
And I got drawings in my notes. Does everything look good? I motion to pass it.
Just put space between Roger nominates.
And you remember?
There was,
And then I nominate.
Ready?
I don't see this.
6C,
that's on page 5, yeah.
page 5, 6C, red nominate.
Actually, John, your last name is Nicole. Yeah.
You're right.
I didn't put, cause I sent it super quick. I didn't put nominates on the first two for A and B. And then for secretary, I put
See, I.
secretary and treasurer, I put it all together. Okay.
I went right over that. I couldn't even see that. Glad you guys have eyes.
Here. I didn't put.
Oh,
on there, and then. Oh, because we did that section so fast. and then-
Okay, no, because we put here and I was like, okay.
I like it. All right, well,
That Pablo was talking during this.
well, that's how it came out on the text.
Special effects.
We're accepting both or just one at a time?
I think we accept both. I motion to with the edits in the front to pass both of them.
Exactly.
All those in favor? Passed. Okay. Where's my agenda? Here we are. So starting with old business, we've moved A, so we're going straight to B. B is special needs registry update. Officer Amador, any new applications yet?
No, we don't have any applications. The one thing that I did want to touch base on is because of something that occurred out, and I'll explain now, is anytime we talk to anybody about the registry, to make sure that we advise them that they can put as little or as much as they want on the application. They don't have to put a ton of information. As long as we have a name and an address, that's enough. Everything else is you know, at their discretion, because I think that the application has a lot of information, which is good to have. And the more the better, but it's not obligated, and they need to understand that, because I think it might deter some people away, just saying, wow, there's so much here that I don't want to.
Why do you need to know this? Why do you need to know this?
Right. So it's no, we don't. We just, what we want is a name and an address and what they have, or what they've been diagnosed, in a way that you think that we can be of service if we have to be called out, something that might bother them, and that's it. That's it. So
I believe on the application it says that, right? If I can't recall 100% right now, but I think it says like, you know, put as much, like, the more information, the more helpful, but like, I remember. Yeah, you don't happen to have one,
no.
I think it does, right? Like getting on the website, somewhere it says like it's not necessarily the word voluntary, but right. Yeah.
It's just a reminder, just in case, because I think it is having a bearing on a lack of more interest. But this came up because Gabby sent an email last month, I guess from because of the meeting, to somebody from the Grams, and basically she's what I'm reaching out to out on behalf of special needs, requesting that Grams company share information about the special needs registry, to see if I can send an email blast, right? I don't know if you remember that email. From that, this is what we got. I'm going to read it so that you guys know what happened. So Ms. Katie Martinez says, while we think it's a great initiative and understand the need for this is in our community, we don't think the program as is and works well for our apartment communities. We are particularly concerned about the sticker piece. We do not allow residents to put stickers on doors, and we feel that apartment hallways are very visible compared to homes. Maybe we can offer them to register and receive a wristband only. They'll be willing to discuss that. So from that, I had a meeting with the major, and the major responded, many residents register just to ensure the police department has the required information. It is not a requirement that they use a wristband or place a sticker on the door. As such, there are many options for the sticker. It can be placed in a conspicuous place upon entry into the residence or on a vehicle. In other words, if there is a provision against placing the sticker, we do not require it at all. And then he goes into just giving my information. So we're gonna have a meeting with them just to cement the fact that nobody needs to have a sticker, because we don't want them to say, no, this doesn't work for us, and we're not gonna allow anybody to have this type of program in our buildings. They have tons of buildings here. So we're having to just say, listen, this is not something that is gonna hinder anything with you guys. They don't have to have the sticker. It's just something extra. And if you guys don't allow it, it's fine. But we don't want people to not register because they feel like, oh, you know what, the grant companies are against it, even though she doesn't say they're against it. But we want to make sure that they also give the information if it comes up that the sticker is not a problem. You receive a sticker, you put it. If you don't, in this case, they're not going to put it because they don't allow it, and then we're going to go from there. So in the process of having a meeting with them.
It's not mandatory. I think it's when they hear, oh, we give a sticker for the door, we give a wrist, it's like, okay, that's what you have to, like, to be part of the program, you have to have these things. Or, you know,
Selective hearing.
I think it's more selective understanding sometimes, because they're hearing, they understand.
You can't force anyone to place a sticker on their door or on their window or whatever.
But
I mean,
I
that's
think,
fine. I rather that it's clear and we make it clear to them that it's not mandatory, you know.
Yes, I know that.
And they don't,
Oh, the sticker on the
yeah, they
door.
could put
Middle of the
the
night, I'm gonna run down the hall and put stickers on all of those.
like, we're not gonna say that, but what I mean, like, you know, it's not mandatory and like it's, but it explained it perfectly there, because even the wristband, you're not obligated to wear either. I mean, all of this is optional, but
I think
there are
the
resources that we're providing for them.
easiest thing is if we get applications from people in the grams, because they'll come through the grams. You guys just send the packet without a sticker. It's easy as that.
I think the best thing is to send a sticker, because it is part of the package, in my opinion, but they can place a sticker wherever they like. I guess, no, because that is part of it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you purchased it. I mean, we're not, it's a free service, but with the service, you get this, and this. What you do with it, you know, you do with it what you want.
Yeah, like people have asked for more stickers, and it's just tell them, as long as dispatch has the information, that's what we want. So that if there's a call, you know, and at least that is the main information. Everything else is secondary.
right, it's flagged.
Exactly.
Alright, so that takes care of the gram people.
At least it's a good thing that they're willing to help out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That
that, we
should-
started a conversation, that's what.
That gets takes care of our elderly side. 'Cause I think that's the one we've been missing. We can't reach them the way that we would like to. With that connection will put us in that position. So they just need to say yes and send it out.
Now that we're talking about it like this, I think one thing, and I don't think we mentioned this, is going to one of the elderly affairs committee meetings and speaking to them about the program,
I
so
thought we
they.
did that.
Did we?
Clary went.
No, she went to the education advisory board.
Oh.
And I believe
I
Vivian
told you
did
I'm
too.
tired.
No, to talk about the
The
program
computer
itself.
thing.
I think that would be good, because if we get them on board, and hopefully they can sign up too. Because, you know, a lot of them have either mobility or, you know, different situations, so maybe they might even, and they can definitely spread the word too.
They're proud.
Yes,
In the mornings, right?
yeah, I believe,
8:30.
like
Today. So it's.
Today?
gonna stay safe.
it's okay, I'm up
That's
like
your
at
meeting.
6:30, so. I mean, I could come to their meeting if. I wouldn't, I mean, I would love for you to be,
Yeah.
just because you can explain it way better than I.
If you wanna, for the next one, then what else? Because my problem with I never go to their meetings because I have a meeting in the route I have to be at.
Oh.
So it's like so close, but I can go to this fast,
Mhm.
and then I can contact them and say I'm gonna be late. But you know, it's not something that I can be doing
Yeah.
every month, and that's why I don't go.
Be like a quick, and then basically that, like kind of what we do, like when we have a presentation in the beginning of the meeting, and that's it. I mean, if you all agree, I would be willing to go to their next meeting.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I think, do you know?
I will check, but I did want to let you all know that I was looking at the special needs registry application form. And on the first page, it does say the special needs registry program is completely voluntary. None of the information requested on this form is mandatory.
All right,
And I will let you know now the date.
It'll be
Thank
on
you
the
for that,
first
Debbie.
again of March, right?
That is the first Wednesday of
That's our
March.
meeting. We
The
have,
same day that, yeah, it's the same day that.
So.
First.
yeah,
No,
February and March.
Now that we're on the subject for the special needs registry,
No,
are we gonna take advantage of the health fair?
That's me.
What?
Yes. I
Yeah,
was gonna provide information about that.
that we're gonna have a table there and set up and,
I could let you know right now, let me just one. Okay, Elderly Affairs Committee, March 1st, 8:30 AM to 9:30.
Thank you.
Okay. The Health and Wellness Fair is on April 1st. I will let you know right now.
April's gonna be a busy month, folks.
Saturday, April 1st,
Health and what?
Health and Wellness Fair. And they can offer us a table if you are all interested. And we can register.
What time?
I think I have the flyer.
As I've said before, we should be at every event we can be, so I would say let's do it, and we'll just see who's able to go.
Health and Wellness Fair at the Mary Collins Center from 10 AM to 1 PM.
Good, so probably 9 AM setup.
What we've done in the past is. Like, let's say one, like at least two people can go for like 2.5 hours, and then two people go for the next 2.5 hours. Or
it's 3 hours
It's
long.
only 3 hours.
It's only 3 hours long.
technically it is.
Yeah. with the
But-
breakdown.
With the break-
So we have to, oh, exactly. I'm just saying, I don't, I mean, last year Vivian and I went just the two of us the whole time. So I mean, it is doable for sure. I'm just saying if there's a conflict at the time or whatever the case may be.
I say, just put it down that we're gonna be there with a table.
But first, let's see who can go, because,
Just assign people to go.
yeah, because it's working very well in
Oh,
the
you have
past.
to be here.
Yes,
You know what the responsibility is for the person who assigns? That means that I am responsible to make sure every event happens, whether we all can make it or not. So it means I will definitely be at the table.
I'm just, that there should always be at least two. Okay, that's
agreed.
something that
Yeah.
Clarissa has.
If we decide it now, I'm gonna forget. I mean, we can decide it now if you want, but I'll go,
I can be there 12 for one for sure, okay.
No, only,
Financial high.
no, you're
No,
not
if-
here. Yeah,
I didn't
right.
hear-
we got this covered.
I didn't hear that.
It's just like the event group. We're always, him and I are always doing start up and set down. And then Alexandra jumps in.
No,
Oh, I'm
John,
not
John, no comment.
No comment.
I'm gonna be right there.
No
I'm not gonna say
comment.
anything.
For 2023.
Okay.
We don't wanna be. we don't wanna be-
endeavors.
Hey, just remember, you guys get to have the fun when you get to drive a Jeep, you know.
We didn't get to drive a Jeep.
I thought you guys get to drive a Jeep.
No.
They drove us. They drove us.
We getting better?
Would you trust a complete stranger with your pretty Jeep?
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are like fixed up Jeeps, so they're not just Jeeps. They belong to,
No.
Individuals.
Very good. Officer Amador, any further updates from you?
No, just, since the April thing came up, just, when we start, like, in the next few meetings, like Gabby can tell the town to like, please like, hit up social media for Autism Month, as it's coming up, and for that month, just the registry, like, to promote the registry a lot. Because the town really doesn't promote it. I like that, the registry doesn't get promoted unless. Just
What's the?
Now, regarding the health and wellness, the flyer, I don't know if that's one of the things on here to speak about, I don't think so. But we need the flyer, the special needs of.
The registry one?
Thing.
Okay, so some of you, the printer had a problem. So some of you have the flyer. There is, 4 papers. So the first 2 are English and Spanish. The second 2 are also English and Spanish, but the characters, they haven't been updated completely. I forgot to, email you. So you had found some that were better? But besides that, I think the only differences between the first set and the second set is, the special needs logo and the town logo. That is like placed like on the top or on the bottom. But you can see it, if you guys-
We is too many people. We didn't get on this side.
Oh, yes, I know,
We didn't get it on this side. Them's people that are there.
I will put them on top. Just looking at,
Oh, it's just printed it double, it printed it double in one set. Is that all it did? Because I got one exactly the same as this one. Oh,
One is
so you
English,
said
one
one at
is
the bottom.
Spanish. the
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
4 papers total.
I see what you're saying. You put the logo on the bottom of one and the top of the other.
Francisco, can you pass your copy when you're done?
I like the logos on the top better because of the
yeah,
light.
you can see it, it's a light background here.
Yeah, I like them on the top better.
Oh, sorry.
Alexandra, give it Jesse.
Yeah, you can see the logos on top a lot better, it's clear background.
The only what is that? It might be saying it right, but it's driving me crazy. Designed to assist people in.
I know that sounds weird, people in with special needs during an emergency.
No, sorry.
That's not supposed to be there, is it?
nobody uses them.
And they kept the hippie girl.
No,
Hispanic, but
she hasn't gotten the new right.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like a little literal translation. Unidades de emergencia.
So wait, are you saying that they wrote it in Spanish and translated it to English?
Gratuitamente.
No, gratuita is. Yeah.
The fancy one.
Yeah, well, a fancy way of saying it.
It's like, it's a correct Spanish.
There's a lot of long words with a lot of syllables here. I wouldn't be able to read it.
I'm gonna defer to anyone here who speaks Spanish to tell me if it says everything correctly, because I don't have a clue what it says.
Permite a unidades de emergencia, right?
Yeah.
Something like that would be better.
What does it say?
Porque dice primeros respondedores.
No, you don't even understand.
Translated, they probably use Google Translate. Can't be doing that, guys. So.
It's funny, because if I was looking at this with no knowledge, I would say mas, so
Yeah, but that-
esta programa, it sounds to me
I
like.
just sent them now.
a
But
drink.
we noticed that people in sounds weird, right? It's
Oh, yeah.
not to people slash in with special needs.
Oh, that was a typo. Right?
Yeah, that's what we said. That was the first thing I said. People in, people slash in. People in, ladies and gentlemen, the people in.
People in.
These are in, they're not outside.
They're outside, they're inside. I like that. Do you guys agree? I like the logos at the top.
Me too.
Yeah.
The logos, I like it at the top.
Matt,
You can make them up.
let's stick with the logo on the top.
Okay, so
That was the first one.
with both logos.
Yes, the ones with the both logos at the top. Take the people in and just make it people. I don't know why I would say slash n. Take that out. And then whatever the change was for Spanish.
First responders is one of the changes I need to make. In Spanish.
What is the correct?
You said
Okay.
grupo de emergencia,
Unidades de
unidad de
emergencia.
emergencia.
Like
Yeah.
emergency personnel would be the literal
Yeah,
translation.
because you know, in Spanish, you don't use primero
Personal de emergencia.
Yeah, that's an American thing, first responders.
Okay, so who's writing it down?
Right?
You could actually,
No, primero respondedores.
That's-
I was just saying, what the heck is?
I think I read it and I'll be
Too many syllables.
like the first one that responds being awesome.
That's what it sounds like when they on the phone.
Yeah.
so what's the exact wording that Gabby needs?
Designed to.
Yeah.
Comma.
A little slower.
special needs.
The media unidad en el-
Unidades.
Okay, let me just. handwrite it, but it's still trying to find it.
You're Hispanic, right?
Unidades.
Zip.
Stop. It's unfair.
Like,
Personnel.
In Spanish, you,
I don't know if
the Google Translate in that is just.
primero respondedores.
Personal
Oh,
emergencia
emergencia.
también suena, pero.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds better.
Yeah.
because it's like unit, like the units, you know, like.
Like special victims unit.
No, but it's acceptable. It's still acceptable both ways, in personal de emergencia, unidades de emergencia.
But I think personal, I
Personal.
think sound,
I think softer.
and I think it resonates better with people, like they understand that better than unidades de emergencia, because you can maybe think of like a unit as a number type of thing, like unidad, like, I don't know.
Ooh, what if we called them heroes? What is the word for hero in Spanish?
if-
Héroes,
What?
héroes.
Héroes, héroes emergency, I don't know.
It's okay, it's okay. I think personal de emergencia,
Yeah.
I think that would.
Better?
Thank you all for speaking Spanish.
How long have you been in Miami?
Spanish, Josh.
I'm getting better.
How long?
Gee, thanks.
See, it's like, how long have you been in Miami?
8 years. And I was married to a Hispanic girl for 13. And I took Spanish classes in high school and elementary.
So don't say any of those. Because that doesn't help you out at all.
It's just like this, right? Oh, I've learned it. And there it goes. Hi.
Okay, can I say a couple of things?
Sure.
All right, the English, just forget about my Spanish. More about this program. Designed to assist people with special needs. Designed to assist people, comma, with special needs, comma, during an emergency. Or I thought you had discussed at your meeting, designed to assist individuals, that's probably why the IN is there,
Yeah.
with special
That's
needs
true,
during an
yeah.
emergency.
Say individuals, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm looking now at what for that bullet and it says that.
That's probably why it says people / IN, but individuals,
Yeah. Good catch.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
supposed to just say assist individuals with special needs during an emergency.
That's correct.
And she wasn't even. Thank you.
and I wasn't in there. And then allow first responders to properly plan for and respond to
Okay,
the
if you
needs
have
of our
it written
community.
down, make
It's
sure
the
it
needs
matches,
here.
yeah, make sure it matches the flyer. Whatever it's.
Everything else looks right. That's exactly what we talked about. We talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
4 bullets.
Because.
It doesn't say it allows, it just says allows.
More information.
Yeah, really, it's just that first bullet.
Of our community?
that area.
We're talking about a community, we're talking about the individuals.
We said community because we were talking about all individuals that are involved with special needs, from young kids to elderly. So we suggested the community was a better word.
Because the thing is, if think about it, if it's something that's happening out in the community, then it's keeping the community safe. So it's individual, like if they go to the house and also even if they're out, but also if it's out in the community.
Yeah.
also.
You know, what if we were in an event with special needs and the police had to be called and there was 3 or 4 people there? So now we have multiple people and they all were on the registry and they're all being able to be helped at the same time by the police, so.
This part here, participants will receive a
That,
complimentary
that's my
wristband.
next one.
I was just thinking a, personalized, complimentary or a personalized. Personalized software. No. But it is it's specific to that person, so something that says personalized somewhere in there. So it's not so vague.
Yeah, complimentary personalized, you would say it after complimentary. So add personalized to it, is that, would it take too many words out?
Shouldn't it be a complimentary and personalized response? Or,
No,
no, because then it sounds like they're getting two.
two different things. When-
It just
when
sounds
you
weird,
put
like
and,
complimentary and personalized, like it just sounds like, I don't know if you.
why do we have to put complimentary?
That was,
So they know that it's free.
you know, it's free.
It's free, it's better than cheap.
So we just put,
Will receive a
They're-
personalized wristband.
they're gonna get it.
Yeah.
They're gonna, because the whole program is free.
Yeah, we were trying, it's advertising one-on-one, people, even if they know it's free, they still wanna see that it's free. So we tell them that it's free in a double way, they're gonna actually be more enticed to wanna do it, but I think you guys can put the customized piece later. Participants will receive a complimentary wristband that is customized to identify their need,
or that allows, it can continue just like that. A complimentary wristband that is personalized and allows or will allow first responders.
no, personalized for. Participants will receive a complimentary wristband that is personalized for first responders to identify their needs during emergency.
Okay. That sounds good.
So that's personalized for, take out allows. Got that?
And add the personal.
And for. And for.
Read it back, somebody.
Participants will receive a complimentary wristband that allows, I'm sorry. Participants will receive a complimentary wristband that. Where did I go? Participants will receive a complimentary wristband that is personalized for first responders to identify their needs during an emergency.
First responder, please.
Or.
No, we're talking about the participants.
Is personalized for first responders to identify their needs.
The participant receives a wristband for free that is personalized for first responders to identify the participants' needs. We can change there to back to the participants if you want.
Yeah, just in case people get.
So participants will receive a complimentary wristband that is personalized for first responders to identify said participants'
I think
needs.
it might be better to allow first responders, because it kind of sounds like it's gonna be given to the first responder.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because it says that it's personalized for first responders, like we know what we're trying to say, but at the time of reading it, I don't know if you get what I mean, like. Yes, ma'am.
If you think it's better, I'm gonna defer to you because apparently I'm a little off right now. So if you say it doesn't sound right, then let's try something else. Participants will receive a complimentary
A
wristband.
personalized complimentary wristband that allows first responder.
That's what I said the first time. Nobody
No.
liked it.
No, you said complimentary personalized. What about we switch it?
Personalized complimentary wristband. Yeah,
Okay.
works perfect for me.
There you go, so then really then it will just be.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry again.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay, as long as you guys like just tell me what it is. then we're good.
Okay,
I don't need to like know it right now, like you can just include it in the.
okay, so the official end here, Alexandra, is participants will receive a personalized complimentary wristband. So everything else stays the same.
Yeah, that sounds, yeah, so the complimentary personalized, but there you go, teacher, thank you, teacher.
It's simple. And it's designed to assist individuals.
So you know what I like about that, it almost sounds like they're gonna get, you know, the ones that, like runners and cyclists use where it's got all their information. Now, they might not, when they find out it's not that, they might not like it.
No,
But at least they'll contact someone, they'll ask about the the program, which is
Well,
what.
version 2.0 of the special needs registry, when we reissue new bands to all of our current members, we can do customized.
There you go.
Because we're about to do that in a couple of years, right? You can't just deal with the same one for 10 years and expect them to keep hanging on to it. So we'll issue new bands to all current members that are groovy colors. And it's personalized. See? And we could add the SNAB name at the top of it.
That's a good selling point too.
So there we go. Okay. And then what was the one you guys figured out for Spanish?
Oh, instead of it saying primeros respondedores, to put personal de emergencia.
Personnel o personal.
Personal. Personnel is in English, personnel.
Personal. No,
You found something that says personal de respuesta.
Oh, geez.
I found like
Yes, yes. Yeah. Because it's the first responder, it's both in there, the first responder.
Personal de respuesta.
So add that to the minutes. Here, give it to
Yeah,
her.
so
Give her the phone.
Take off the hat to you, because that is the way to do it, go to a country that. That is in Spanish, and they've done it, stuff like that before.
Thank you. Sorry, I called you. But. You didn't even know I called.
Are we done with the flyers? Or we
I think that was the only, yeah, that was the only thing with the flyers that we're looking at. We don't have the other one yet ready yet. Little one. That was the big one, right? There's not much to it. It's the same, pretty much the same stuff that goes on the little one.
Yes, but I don't think you guys approved the little one, like, or like, went through all the information basically. No?
Yeah, we did. We just said we were gonna write the words at the bottom. That's what we forgot to do. I forgot to. do.
Well, we had the,
We had the little,
keep your family safe.
but the little thing that we got
Yes,
from the
like
market.
this.
We came up with the whole thing. We've got the whole thing. We just need to add the words in the middle. So I'll send it to you. Don't worry. We'll get it done this week. I promise. And if we don't, I will have.
I will
Vivian-
follow up, don't worry.
No,
I'll
I'll
write it down.
have Vivian come over and slap me in the face.
Why?
That's closer. Whoever lives the closest could hit me first. Okay,
Through the chair, just one thing I wanted to.
through the chair. I thought you said throw the chair. Throw the chair.
Yeah,
I'm going from slapping to throwing chairs.
this has become a Spanglish word now.
What's up?
The workshop on 26. You guys had, I don't see anything about. Talking about it,
Right here,
Yeah,
recap of workshop.
oh, workshop.
Remember, you've been up since 5 too.
I've been up since.
You and me both.
I just wanted to add a comment to that when that comes up.
Okay, we'll get to that, Matt, pretty soon here. Painting with a twist, Vivian, how's everything going with them? Are you able to get everything set down?
Yes, okay, let me update everybody. So, yes, the event was canceled, one that went out and everybody was signed up. You know, they didn't have special needs. So right now, the event is not public, because I've been signing people up. She sent me someone to sign up. So how many spaces do we have? I don't know. if
They
we have like
told me, yes, that as of this afternoon, 19.
19.
available?
No, signed up.
Oh, okay.
Signed up.
So there's only 6 spaces left, and I'm pretty sure that I can, get those myself. Yeah.
Do we reach a point where we may have to consider doing a second one? If we fill it up ourselves, what about the rest of the town?
The thing is, we can't, you mean at another date?
Yeah, another day.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we can do another date, but we can't have more than 25. It would be too much chaos.
Yeah, I think, well, we could do it, we would always talk about wanting to do more of those during
Right,
the year,
yeah.
so I think we should
At
do
least
that.
2 a year.
Yeah, we'll have to do that, because it's, to be at 19, that's. It's a shame that it's so small. Wish we could make it bigger, but that'll work. Okay,
But it's also because of the place, too.
yeah. I know,
Like the
it's fine.
places, too. And you don't want to.
So we only have 6 months left.
Yeah, we only have 6 months.
When is the new event or date?
It's,
The same date,
next
February
week,
11th.
So should we open it up, put it out there, or anyone else that wants to join go in, or do we know for sure the other 6 people are gonna be signed up?
Yeah, I haven't even hit the dance class. I don't.
All right, so here's the.
And also, the flyer is not
so that right?
fit to be sent to the public. Because the people that are gonna sign up are not gonna have special needs.
Which is what happened in person.
Right.
Right,
I think they just saw it as a romantic thing, like, oh,
Right.
yeah, twins. And then
but we were gonna use the one that we had last year, the flyer we had last year, which was set up. Weren't we?
Yeah, but they didn't.
Yeah, I know they did. Haven't they fixed it?
I told you. It's not fixed. The flyer that's coming out. It's like just pictures of the event. With a little collage of pictures, and it doesn't say anything about special needs, it doesn't say anything about. Special needs advisory board. Then when you go in, like in the body of the event. That's when it kind of goes into it, but you know, most people just see, oh, free painting with a twist.
From the
From
time.
the event from the town of Miami Lakes, and they just sign up, they don't even like read.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and let. Whoever's left, sign up. And we'll run the event the way that we run it. But we have to plan another one, and we have to do the flyer right, and we have to do it again soon, because I don't want the rest of the town to say. You never even give us a chance to sign up. Because if there are kids out there that aren't part of the dance class or aren't part of the group that we actually know, and they do want to participate, I don't want them feeling left out because the town's flyer and everything was a mess, and it didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. It was obviously
I
not
don't
our
know.
fault.
I don't have a problem with them opening it up, but it has to be using the correct wording, like. I feel like in the past, we've always approved the flyer, seen the flyer
Mhm.
before
Yes.
it goes out. And this time it just went out. They didn't even notify us that it was going out, so we couldn't promote it to like, you know, the people that we know, like the.
And I have gone to our events. and-
Right, you know, DJ's Playhouse, Hope for Autism Group, you know, like all the people that we know on social media that know the event, you know, that want to come back to the event.
Did they happen to tell you why they made the decision to just publish it without asking anyone? So they didn't even ask you?
No.
Or I figured. So it was people in the town that made the decision to just publish it without asking anyone. So we need to have, I mean, I saw you send a message to Claire, so she should be aware. That needs to never happen again. For any group, not just ours.
Yeah, because the wording and the way that we promote events. is
Something
very
you can
important.
market.
Yeah, very important. Otherwise, you know, what happened is what's gonna happen every time. And that's not what we want. We're not targeting the right people.
I still think that what we should do right now, because of the scenario that went down, is go ahead and fill up the group with the remaining dance people and do our regular Painting with a Twist event. And let's schedule a new one to do that we can start all over again and invite everybody open. And anyone else that wants to come for us for round 2. We could do it. Do it in March. I don't know what's in March. I know I'd say we could do it in April for autism, but there's
I don't
so
think
much.
it-
Yeah, there's so much going on in April. It would not be sense. Let's do it in March. Well, is there any holidays in March, anything in March that we can do it for, or do we just do
I think March is too soon.
You think it's too soon?
It's too close to this one. I know, I remember we did, when the pandemic was happening, that we did one for like back to school, remember?
it? Yeah, the one where they picked
Yes.
up all the stuff,
Yes. Mhm.
So
August,
we could do one like right before school starts.
it's August, right?
Yeah.
We do
It
like,
could be either July or August.
July or
School
August.
starts August 17th.
so we don't have to put a date down right now, but let's agree that we're gonna do one. In July or
I've
August.
always wanted to, because it's a really nice event.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. So let's do that, okay?
Now, that one would be what, like specifically, like,
Back to school. She said back to school.
but
So
like the same, right? Like
Same thing.
geared towards, okay.
it's just, you know,
I have a question. Does it have to be there?
kind of, all their stuff
mean,
is
it-
there.
Not
Um,
necessarily.
Not to bring in another committee, but I'm also on the cultural affairs. And our painting with a twist for Mother's Day is outside at the farmer's market.
Really?
They provide us all the stuff when we hand it out and we get tables. We got some tables from the town and we got some tables
Hmm.
from Diego.
But is that gonna be conducive to corralling kids that wanna run away and escape?
It worked out beautiful last year. It
Yeah,
worked out beautiful last year. And unlike every other event that I've seen that were happening, we had 110 people sign up and 40 showed up. But the good thing about that was we were able to get them off the street, off the
The
farmer's market, and made the event a success instead of you had 100 people, you only had 20 people show up.
Yeah, but those were adults. That program is for adults.
No,
The one for Mother's Day,
Mother's Day is for all kids.
but
It's
typical
painting, but
kids
it's
or
just for kids.
those are like, I know, like John's kids and
My
don't
kids
throw it
are-
away.
My son's a runner, he'll get up and run.
I had a problem with Ryan and Gigi, that he opened the door and he bolted right out. I couldn't stop him. And Ryan's a big kid. I couldn't stop him.
That's
Yeah,
kind
but
of,
25 will fill up fast. It's just like now.
yeah,
And
how
having
you do.
67th Avenue right there, it's scary.
I mean, if we wanted to do an event like that, where we could do it in the parking lot and we could block off the parking lot. We could back it up against the bushes that are there as kind of a barrier, but we'd have to have a team in place,
A big team too.
a big team to do something that large. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but that's, that's when you get into that idea, because of the amount of people that we're gonna need to be watching for.
But wouldn't those participants be with an adult?
Still,
Still,
1 second is all it takes.
and the last thing we want to do is have one situation on our board where now it's difficult for us to do another event because we let someone get hurt. That's what I would be afraid of.
And question, did all the parents stay with their kids? Because I know that sometimes when it's things like that, sometimes like they let the kids.
We
go
had a
and
few,
then the
like
parents-
I invited some from my class. And we had a few, the mom stayed, and she had 3 kids. Mom stayed with them and more than I can think of about 50% of them, the parents stayed with them, either the mom or the dad, he stayed with them, watching them. And there were little ones, the big ones. They stayed with them, it wasn't like a total surprise, mom, but they stayed with them.
Now, I will say this, when it comes to the events that we do, because it is more geared towards special needs, sometimes we have adults too. So when it comes to our event, it's more open in that regard when it comes to age. So I don't know, like, how that would be.
Because I was
I don't know.
thinking, since you're doing it to make sure we include the whole town. The one that we have indoors will be mainly geared for the special
Yes.
needs, and then the one we have outdoors, it could be a mixture.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
because it
No,
wouldn't be only all special needs.
I was still saying no special needs only too, but I was thinking of opening it up to other parents with special needs that haven't done this before. Because they could say, well, I want to do this event, but you guys filled it up with the same people that go every year.
Right,
That's
And
not
since
fair.
you said you wanted to have a second one to open it up to everybody, that's what I thought you were talking
Got
about.
it, okay.
Now, if
okay.
we do that, if we did that, we need to do some strategic planning to it, but that would be better done in December, in my opinion. Because then you have really good pool weather. You could do it out in the farmer's market or something like
I
that.
think up to March, March will be the deadline. To do anything outside with nice weather.
Yeah, but she said March is too close. So if we did something in November, December, we could do a Thanksgiving pain with a twist or a Christmas pain with a twist. And that would be kind of cool. Don't you think?
Yeah, but you mean like for everybody or just special needs?
Still special need, but we could open it up to a larger group. So we could say you could have up to 60, because then you could register up to 60 people or something. I don't know.
But when you do that with the cultural affairs committee, do you have an instructor there in that class? See that? We do, we have
Yeah.
an instructor like guiding, do this.
I'm still saying that too. I'm saying, let's talk to them about doing it.
The reason I'm saying that is because right now, like you said, you have venues with special needs. It's mainly filled up with all special needs. And like you said, it's gonna be the same. And then you wanted to have a second one to include other. If you do it, that you're gonna be in the same position, it's gonna be limited.
You know what? That actually, okay, give me some seconds to think and spell this out. What if we did do it open? Where it's a mixture? That would
Or change location.
What would allow us to say that we are doing something inclusive? Because right now, the event we're doing is not inclusive, it's
Inclusive for special needs.
and we're trying to do inclusivity completely, which is involving everyone.
Okay, but then the problem comes in where, how do you, then, let's say we open it to 100 people. So 100 people sign up that don't have special needs.
I would say we would open it to special needs first,
What about,
then register.
what about? We also, what we can do, to do something like what you're saying to prevent that. We get one of the local schools, Barbara Bowman, for example, their track. It's closed, we can have people inside that location, but we can invite groups like Best Buddies, that you have your typical kids and your kids with special needs. Now you're mixing both. So we can do something like that.
I would think.
You'll have both sides of the
And this
spectrum.
again, is just, you mentioned a second one. So if you wanted to be more inclusive of others, right now, the one we have is, it's not gonna happen unless.
I mean, if the flyer gets corrected, there's no reason why, whoever wants to go can sign up, and it's just like a first come, first serve.
You have,
I mean, I only approach, the people that I know,
we,
because they've gone before and stuff like that. But I mean,
we invite people in organizing groups like GEs. We have the people from the town that have special needs. We try to invite students or college groups that work with people with special needs. So you can try to balance it out that way.
And since, do we have to have more inclusivity? If we do, then
And yes,
Sure.
inclusion, the complete meaning of the word inclusion.
Yeah, we should be doing that.
we can
It
table it
wouldn't-
for another time,
But
but
I think it wouldn't be impossible to consider doing an event, a Christmas type event. In the parking lot behind Painting the Twist. I'm sure they can get permission to zone off their spots. And we could expand it with tents and tables. To have, like a fun little festival, and we could have a limit of up to.
we did ours on behind the main street, the farmer's market. In between the hotel and the street of the farmer's market.
Whatever the case.
Yeah.
The idea being that it's outside, that we had to invite more people. And maybe what we do is we start the invitation with a flyer that we hand out to groups. GG's, Best Buddies,
Or we
Arts
could
for
do it,
Autism,
Fort
Hope for Autism.
Collins,
We could do it, they can do it anywhere.
and it could be, doesn't have to be 100, it could be
I
50.
I don't care where we do it, I just think it needs to be. Large enough that we can invite a lot of people, and then we need to talk to Painting with a Twist as the company and say, can you guys bring? Can you do this outside of your normal spec? Can we have an instructor or two instructors?
No, we also have to take into account the food.
The food,
That's
so
something.
this is gonna become a large celebration of
We
that.
don't. I know of a girl that she's an artist and she does private painting with a twist style stuff. We can probably ask her as well. If painting with a twist can't do it like outside, because I think it's called. Something Nevino. And she does it, like her private events.
With
like
a
after-
twist, painting. with a
It's
twist.
painting, it's like painting with a twist, but she has like, she does it herself. But it's that same style.
I'm not opposed to it. I like the idea. It's gonna take a lot of work from us to do it, because this is gonna be something where we take something that we have a format for, and we're blowing it up and doing it ourselves. You know, if Pain with a Twist doesn't actually want to do it with us, that means we gotta go to Hobby Lobby and buy all the stuff ourselves. Now we're getting out of there.
Not necessarily. Painting with a Twist provided everything for us except the instructor.
When did you do yours?
Last
Okay, so
Mother's Day.
that was with the previous owners. We don't know. of the new
Oh,
owners.
yeah, that's right.
We
Ah,
need to make sure that the new owners want to do it. So we have to ask them after we do this event coming up, in February. Does that sound like a good
Well, I
idea?
know their teachers travel. Because they go to Ryan's,
Mhm.
that's how I got the idea. So they go to Ryan's, after school camp, and
So that's.
they
like-
bring everything and the teacher, does the same thing that they did.
I would
At our
prefer it-
event.
prefer to be closer to their venue. So that they don't have to take so much, they could just, if we did it in their parking lot, they could just bring everything into the parking lot.
I can mention two places, but I don't know if one of them is fenced in, which I,
What about doing it like at Roberto Alonso?
And that's a possibility.
That,
too.
I mean, that's an
Right, our
idea.
comments, because,
I
the
think-
weather, it scares me having rain outside.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And that way we can also have better,
Control.
thank you.
Barry Collins is pretty large, it would work out fine. We could have
Roberto
them,
Alonso's bigger, though, because keep in mind,
it is,
when you're looking, yes,
yes,
when you're looking at the area, when it's empty, looks really big. Once you start to fill it in, because remember, if it's gonna be 50 stations where they're gonna be, I mean, yes, we're gonna have the tables, but think about it, it's gonna be numerous tables, there's gonna be people, you have to have enough space.
and Alonzo has a PA system. So she can talk on the PA without having to be, or he or she.
And projected.
I mean, that's the least of it, because you can always get a speaker and a microphone, so, that wouldn't really be a deterrent.
The other thing about,
Either place.
well, the other thing about Mary Collins is that if we did this, if it was nice out that day, we could expand we could do something with the outside portion of the backside, so food or stuff would be out there.
I mean, in my opinion, I think it's better to have to plan everything inside because of the whole weather situation, and also in case any kids, they run or, I don't know, I think.
You're probably right.
Okay.
I know You're right.
So can we table this off since it's no longer gonna be in March or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Because
I think
I'm
that's.
sorry, but it's 6:45 and
we have no other meeting after us, but yeah.
yeah, we do.
No,
Oh, they're
Mental
canceled.
health.
mental health is canceled.
So, okay, so then for the final thing with paying with the twist here, if you want us to go public with the event, right, or you just wanna throw
there's 9 spots.
I would have to
Six.
see the
Ooh.
flyer first.
Okay.
Send me the flyer. I'll send us the flyer.
it? We need the flyer that we had from last year that shows special needs on the flyer.
The one with the heart.
Edit it so that it's correct dates, correct time, and have it sent over to us so that we can see it before it goes out.
If it's 6 months only, might as well invite the kids from the dancing program.
And we still, remember, everybody here is watching us, gonna say, okay, you as a town, like, what are you doing?
Okay, but we only have 6 spots left and we're talking about less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, might as well invite
Just saying.
kids from the dance program.
Or
When you
hand
go-
out.
When you go, I want that you can do like a raffle. Who wants to go and then raffle the names and the 6, so that way it's not.
And not everybody went last year.
Yeah, I know.
No, but not everybody that I signed up, some are new.
Okay, so there's new people. Okay, good.
Or we open it up, let the 6 be whoever signs up. It is 6 though, it's only 6.
Well, let's get this flyer done first. Let's do that first. Before we do anything, we need the flyer done.
Okay, so you would like a flyer, like the flyer that we used last year?
Yes.
Corrected, I send it to you for approval.
And then you can do it public, make the event public to, for the month. Spots.
And we edit the Eventbrite? By taking out the pictures?
Okay. Now, recap of the workshop. So. We talked a little bit about it, guys, and I think that it is true. I think we need to do something, we need to do more of these, because it's good, but we're gonna need to charge people to come. And I liked Vivian's idea of being able to say, okay, you can pay to go, but if you show up, we'll give you your money back. We have to figure out how that can be done. I don't know. Maybe there's a program in Eventbrite that lets us do it, maybe not. If there's another one we have to get, then whatever. But for whatever reason, people don't seem to understand that when they have an opportunity that's this golden, they decide to just skip it. 61 people were registered and only 19 showed up. Is what you said?
Technically 11,
Because
because the rest were the board officer, I mean, you're part of our board, so including Officer Alvador, and I, yeah, there were like, yeah.
Well, we can charge through Eventbrite. But then return the money.
Or if
Yes.
you don't show up, your credit card's gonna be charged, like restaurants do.
That's why I was, yeah, that would be better.
The thing
You
is,
don't show-
Eventbrite will charge you a fee. That's the only downside. But yeah, I agree, we should charge upfront, and once you come in, that's return, refund it back to you.
I think the charge up front, because it makes you pay. You pay and say, okay, I'm going. I pay.
So this workshop that,
Now, would this be something that we do with each of our workshops?
I
Because
think we should.
my only concern is this. We've had free workshops and sometimes it's hard to get people to come. My concern would be you start to charge and then people are
It'd be
like,
worse.
no. I don't know.
No.
Okay, I think if you really, okay, why do I say this? I've gone to workshops, let's say parent to parent, different workshops that are amazing workshops. And you would expect for the whole room to be full, and that we've had to cancel, like when I used to set them up at UCP. I sometimes had to say, we don't have 10 parents. So we had to cancel the event. And
because sadly, a lot of people have that mentality, oh, if it's free, it's crap. Look at Gigi's, all the events that we used to do and they were free, and people wouldn't show up.
I don't think necessarily if it's free, it's crap, because
Listen, we were
we had
getting,
it was free and it was 61 people that signed up.
we were getting free
They have no reason.
math classes, free lecture classes, free writing classes. And they just wouldn't show up.
Yeah, people have this mentality where
Yeah,
if
oh,
it's free, it's okay if I
not
don't
good.
show up.
So.
But there's an urgency when you have to pay for something, because if you really want to go to it, you're gonna pay for it, and then if we're telling them, not only do you pay for it, but if you show up, we'll give you your money back. That's an incentive to actually show up. I mean, I don't know, that's how everybody,
I mean,
used to do
something we
events
could
that way
do,
too.
I guess, is maybe try it out, see what happens. But I think if we're gonna have it cost money, then it would have to be something like what we had, which was like a BCBA, like, someone, not.
No, I think
Somewhat of
it
like
is.
a.
I think what you guys did and what you put together is perfect. It's a great opportunity for people to be able to learn from someone like Audrey and the other people like her.
And it was an absolutely great workshop,
Yeah.
like she did
Yeah,
amazing.
the teachers and the parents, I think from Bob Graham were asking me when there's gonna be another one. So
Yeah.
I
I
think
think we should have.
The town does a skateboard event once a month. And they rotate on different parks. They think it's a bubble skate park that they're doing. And what they do is they do have it on Eventbrite. And then a week before, they're emailing the parents, they're reaching out to the parents, okay, we need to know. Are you coming in? Yes or no? We're going to make the list and we're gonna tell you what time is your have to come in. And they're breaking it down into two groups. And then, for example,
So maybe confirming with the people if they're gonna show up or not.
I bring my daughter in, so I reply to the email, they tell me, oh, the event starts at 10, but your daughter, session is at 10:45. And that's how they've been able to work it out, to have people basically confirm that they're going.
Okay, Vivian?
So I know that, I was a little bit upset about, about people. Obviously there was a lot of interest in the topic because 60 people signed up, And I put a lot of work into, getting the food, planning everything. So yes, I do take it a little bit personal when people don't show up, that sign up for something. So the idea of charging, yes, at the end of the day, that could backfire, it could be a deterrent. So I think maybe, like in the advertising of it, we could emphasize that, there's, food is gonna be served.
Materials will be
maybe,
given.
what he said about, confirming, please confirm your attendance for food purposes, so people know, hey, these people are gonna buy food for me.
Yes.
And if I don't show up, they're gonna, lose money. A lot of people will still not care. But I think, maybe it'll make a difference.
And I have another thing that can boost it up. That way we can keep it free. I mean, the one thing I've always loved about events like this, if it's free, is we're showing that we're trying to help. If you do a follow-up with everybody saying we're checking to make sure that you're coming, we're having food, we're delivered, we need a number of people that you're gonna be bringing. You could also do like a radio style promotion. First 60 people that show up are gonna get a special item, whatever that item is. So hypothetical, okay, let's say Audrey was gonna be coming back to do a session. And the first 10 people get a free one-on-one with Audrey for 5 minutes. Or we have Audrey wrote a book. We have 20 copies of her book autographed. And
She
so,
wrote a book, so we could.
well, you know what I mean? Like, there's some of these people that if we hire the next person we hire, whoever we hire, there's some people that have stuff, they have things that we could give out. We have things that we could pick up and give out. We could buy something from from Amazon or something that we think is beneficial to.
A gift basket or something that we
Yeah.
can raffle.
Not like a gift with purchase type of thing, but just for showing off, listen,
Right.
it's incentive.
Things like that,
People get motivated by
Keeping it
gifts.
I know, I was kind of like negative before, and I'm like, I want to charge everybody that didn't show up.
Oh,
But
that's true.
I wanted to email everybody and be like, why didn't you come?
Did-
Like,
did
why
Eventbrite
didn't
keep
you come?
track
Was it the
of,
traffic?
you
Did
said
you
reminders?
forget?
Does Eventbrite send out reminders?
You can, what you can do is, you get a list of all the emails of the people that have signed up, and you can send them a reminder.
Well,
Yeah.
we sent them the ebook. Like, I think the day before.
Right.
It's frustrating when you organize something, I don't care.
they
How many years?
Hey, last time we had a behavior workshop, like 3 people showed up. So this was, at the end of the day, this was an improvement, but it was a little bit disappointing that so many people signed up and there was so much interest that those kind of numbers we had never gotten before. And then
Only a few, yeah.
only
So then
a few of them
let's
showed up.
try that. Let's try an incentive. So something that first 10, 20, 30 people or whatever get a special prize. We don't have to say what it is. We could just give them a prize. I don't care. And then a follow-up from the town the week of saying we need a total number of your guests so we can make sure you have food and drink will be provided. So they get the idea that, oh, this is just more than some person talking on a screen. And we'll do that for the.
Are we
future.
doing the
And
confirmation
I
via
think,
email?
You know, email.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just on that note, in the promotion to show that, the benefits of having a person live outweigh a video, because what's happening, I think with everything now is that you put what it is. Oh, we're gonna have a behavioral workshop and, oh, wow, that's interesting, but, oh, let me go on YouTube. Wow, there's 20 hours of behavioral workshop stuff that I can watch, and I don't have to come to a physical location and sit there and watch it. But
Yeah,
the
the
benefits of having a person.
That is, that I will tell you, if someone tells you that, I will tell them, well, you're missing, for not saying a moron, but you're missing out because you're gonna have a golden opportunity to be in front of an expert that you can start Q&A, and you're gonna get so much out of it versus a video that is more generic or it was done a few years ago.
Thank you.
You're gonna be in front of someone right there, an expert.
You just answered our problem.
Or have more details.
Just push that.
You
push
just
that
answered
part.
the problem.
Wow,
Right there.
right here. What interaction and.
Bullet.
Glad I helped.
Video. We need to do a video promotion. We need to do a video with the person that we're gonna hire to do the presentation. And do like a 10-15 second video. And, hey, this is Audrey, and we're gonna be doing the behavioral workshop where you get a chance to talk to me and learn all about this, and this. There'll be free food, free drinks, and free prizes. We want you here. We're gonna get to know each other around the table. Don't miss it. Put it on Facebook, put it on Instagram, promote it.
And what you guys were saying about the questions, I think it'll be good to say like a Q&A,
Yeah, the bullet.
something.
Yeah.
No, but it's more.
You're getting a personalized.
But what I'm saying, like, there's gonna be like a, let's say, a session of Q&A. I don't know if you I can't think of the exact word.
Yeah.
But like, so they know it's not just you can ask a question, like, there's gonna be a time specifically.
session.
You're getting,
Yeah.
you're getting value out of that.
Promotion is the whole problem here. Now that you've mentioned that, if I was looking at it, I probably didn't see any of that on those promotions. Not saying you
And
didn't do it, you guys
definitely
didn't do a
free
good
food,
job.
I
now,
think
I'm just
that's
saying.
definitely. And listen, I would be willing, if necessary, I think it's good to send out an email, but also like, if we have the phone numbers and we're not like, breaking anything, I wouldn't mind calling and just confirming with the people. I would,
Yeah, we'll call.
let's say there's 60 people. I'm just saying I don't know. I'm just trying something.
Yeah, if we were able to, we can just come in here, so it's just not phone calling.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to have to be a-
You know, I think it's quicker, it's easier. But yeah, listen, I'm one that I spend hours on YouTube watching video, but if I have the opportunity of being in front of a live person and expert on that field and ask questions, hell yeah. Because there's so many questions I've asked on videos that I watch on YouTube and they don't even answer anymore, they don't follow up and the question never gets answered.
All right,
Maybe
so we know how to
since the
promote it
emails
now.
were sent, like, the day before,
You'll send them after.
maybe that.
You should send the emails out.
What is it, what was the ebook? Was that helpful? in the-
Audrey made like a breakdown of everything that she spoke about, and she did like a PDF, like brochure, I think.
Send it when the event
After,
starts.
yeah.
And it was sent the day before.
Yeah, send it when the event starts.
Yeah, when the event starts or the day after, or as soon as it's over.
Maybe that deterred people from coming because they're like, oh, why should I?
Yeah,
go
and all
there
this
to
stuff,
have
why don't I have
this?"
to go? So we need to get them to come by offering some promotions, reminding them that there's food, getting their information to make sure we have a table for them.
And you get the.
Send the
free
book and then send the book out when the event starts so that everybody can follow along. And that's not, it's just program it to automatically send out, 7:04 PM. And we'll do better promotions. We need not just a flyer. Let's try to get into doing video promotions. If it costs us, it costs us, but that's what everything is today. Everything's video promotion, even if it's 15 seconds. We'll just hire Gani to come meet with us and whoever our person we're gonna hire for the next workshop is, do a quick, why should you come? And we get that up on our social channels here in town, promote it with the Eventbrite link, not the Eventbrite, the Eventbrite link with the video. And that should garner even more attention. So now if you have 150 people registered and only 20 show up, I'd be okay with that. We're not gonna plan for 150, we're gonna plan for 50 people. And if we get more and we run out of food, we'll order pizza. Something simple as that. That all work for you guys? And that way we avoid charging and we're still showing it up for free as if the town, we're providing the service as a board for our town. without having to charge anybody. We don't have to refund money or anything like that, but we'll have more fun with the event because we're gonna give out stuff. We know people will wanna come for that. So then. Do you want me to put it on the next agenda for the next workshop, or do you guys wanna talk about it right now? What do you wanna do for the next workshop?
I think okay,
We should table it.
Okay, let's table.
and once we have another workshop, discuss about what we're gonna do for that one.
No, we got on all your workshops. How's just following up on the animation program?
The towns, Parks and Rec, is going back and forth with them, with the contract and all that, so all of that has begun.
Good, and so, for summer, we'll have it?
Hopefully.
Okay,
It all depends now with legal and all of that stuff, I'm not sure.
Is it gonna be open for residents of outside of the town?
Yes,
I met this girl on Project Search the other day, she's 20 years old, 19, 20 years old, amazing girl. She has autism, she's works in the mail department in the city of Miami, and she wants to be in animation, she wants to take class of animation. And as soon as she said, I was like,
it's coming.
I know we have extra time, but I'm gonna push just a little bit faster,
Yeah.
so you guys don't have to stay here all night. Okay, so we just answered the new projects one, so I'm crossing that one off.
That's F.
That was F. Subcommittee report, really, there's not much to report other than we did all the things that we said we were gonna do. The flyers have come out, first round of the new flyer for the 8x10 version and the one that's going to the schools. That looks great. We've got our changes in on that. It's gonna be pretty much the same for the smaller one. I will send you it back with some, with the words that you need, but the format, I had written it down, I've got it at home. The format is, that little page. And, we're just gonna add in the pieces. I remember it, it's in my head, she wrote the notes on it, so I will look it up and make sure that you know. Other than that, that was it for what we were working on, for the majority of what the registry was. And that once we get those out, we can start doing some promotions on it and giving them out to the town. So we'll push off the registry portion of that portion of the subcommittee work to the next one. So that once we see that the final flyers are done, then we can set up a schedule for all of us to go out to town places and drop off these flyers and try to get some promotion. That sound good, guys?
Yep.
All right, let's cross that off. Follow-up meeting with Clary. Clary's not here. We're gonna push that one off to next week or next month as well. Because she would know more about what she discussed about the computer program.
Just one comment on that.
Yeah.
So she did mention to them about the workshop last week. So I sent the flyer for the workshop to, the Miami-Dade County Public Schools. I guess, so they can like approve the flyer and then they could send it out to the public schools within the town. And they did send it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's what they told me.
Yeah, because I hadn't gone in, Madeline said that she didn't get it either, so I don't know.
They sent it to all the higher ups
Yeah,
who didn't come. Oh, well, then we'll try it again for the next workshop when we plan it out, and we'll try to get them to send it out to everybody. Okay. So the committee report, as I told Jasenia when I came in, this is my fault. I had written down everything that you had said that we suggested in the last meeting, and for the life of me, I can't find the paper for it. So I gotta rewrite it all again. I printed this out again. Wes, you didn't take notes on that, did you?
you can watch the video.
Thank you. Thank you. I completely forgot about that. So I'm gonna go home and watch the video, fill this out, write my presentation, and email it to Gabby, who will email to all of you for approval. Does that sound fair? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Everybody approved?
Yeah,
No, the thing is, you.
actually, the video will actually help you, right?
Yeah, but the problem is you have to approve it in person. So, now I didn't have your budget section anyway. So I still need your budget section. Can we just do a special meeting?
I was just saying.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a special call.
And we only need quorum, so that's 4 of us?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can get 4 of us to come in here. For a quick meeting. I'll get it done, we'll get it scheduled. Okay, so
Now, would we do it?
When are we presenting?
March.
this to council?
March,
So it needs to be in 2 weeks before.
I thought she's,
I would prefer to just get it in next week. That's the plan.
I thought it was supposed to be within 3 days before, like,
We were going to present it next Tuesday,
right, the 7th.
but since it wasn't approved, it wouldn't be part of their agenda. So, Carousel had me ask John if you wanted to present it next Tuesday anyway, or wait till March and have it on the agenda, the council.
Rather have it on the agenda. So it's in March.
But by when,
When does their agenda? have
for
be
it to
filled?
make the agenda, yes, when does it have to be in?
I don't
Could that be
know.
3/8 for March?
The 28th
Yeah,
of
that-
February?
Yeah,
No,
that would be the council meeting day.
the 8th would be, that's the deadline.
No, that would be the day of the council meeting.
Okay,
The deadline has to be 2 weeks
2
before,
weeks
right?
before.
I'm not sure. I
Well-
remember correctly.
Let me check what it says right here. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure sunshine law is 2 weeks. So the 8th,
So we were supposed to present it at the meeting on the 7th, and our deadline was today.
right, 7 days prior to the council meeting.
Even though I have the rules and regulations,
So
let
it
me
would be
double
the
check.
March 7th. Because if it's supposed to have now.
no, March 8th, Monday. No, March 7th is Tuesday, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's the 7th. So it would be due at least by the end of this month. But if we get it done next week, we will have 3 weeks, we have 4 weeks before the.
The
council
meeting is the 8th?
7th.
No, the 7th,
No, the council meeting?
yes, the 7th. What does it say there?
No, this is for the committee reports, is
Oh, it
it?
just says the month, it doesn't say the date. Yeah, because they meet Tuesdays. Council meets Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month. We meet the first Wednesday of the month.
So the second Tuesday,
What does that say? Can I see?
the second Tuesday is the 14th. So, yeah, here,
the
this is
little
what I'm
dots?
going off, this is the deadline.
This is the deadline, so we would be following the deadline of the outside, March 14th. It's 3/8,
March.
3/8,
March is no longer relevant.
so we would be falling into this group. 14.
Okay.
14.
Like this. Like, you know, so-
Because these are the other groups that are gonna be presenting in March. Veterans and Economic Development. So our deadline for this is March
Hey,
8th. We've got a whole month.
And we're meeting on March 1st.
Yeah, so we could approve it on
No,
March 1st.
because it has to be sent, isn't it 2 weeks before?
according to the bottom of that thing, it says 7 days prior, bottom, the other bottom, yeah.
Yeah, well, wait a minute, when is March 14th? Is that the town meeting?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the second Tuesday.
Oh. So then we are good. We're thinking February, see? We've got our next council, our next
February we do
meeting,
today.
our next meeting will be before the deadline for that group, so we can do it and actually have it
Yes.
there.
But I have to send the things to Clarissa and like to Gina and for them to prepare everything, so that's why they told me for you guys to approve it today.
That makes sense. Because we're not doing this.
Today for March or today?
Yeah,
Today for
today
March.
for March,
So the other option, I guess, since it's not done and or approved, would be a special call meeting.
yeah. I tell you what, let's just
Because we
plan.
don't have the report already now. I don't think we have much of a choice.
Yeah, we
That's
don't
how
have
it
a
has to be
choice.
done. And I think we're better off just doing the special call. It shouldn't take long anyways. And that way, it's all squared away, because what, I mean,
And then it's gonna take up too much time.
That's-
Well, to be honest, we shouldn't have to bother with the reading it in the call meeting either, because what we did last time when we did one of these reports with a special call was that we finished all the paperwork, sent it to Jessie, who was our liaison, and she emailed it to all of us. We all approved it. Then we went to the special call to actually just say we approve it. And that's all we did. We were
is
for
it
like 5
possible for it
minutes.
to be emailed to all of us, just so that we already read through it, and then if anything we're gonna add or anything like that, we just come already and just do that, instead of starting to look it over at the actual meeting, so that way we're
That's what we
much
did.
faster.
Find out.
I would say that that's right, because that's what we've done in the past. What we were told was that we can't email between each other. But we can email, I can email the final report in your section. You can email your section, my section, and we combine it. Gabby combines it and emails it to us individually. We give back our feedback to Gabby. She types up the final piece or has me type up the final piece, whatever. And then that piece is what's brought to the call meeting, and we've already read it. We already know what it says. We just vote on it. Which, remember, when we did that one, was it just like last year or 2 years ago? Whichever one it was. We did it a couple years ago, and we were in here for like 3 minutes. Remember, we came in, we opened it up, we said yes.
But
We
it
closed
was-
the
it
meeting.
wasn't for the.
It was for something else. It was for something we had to pay money for.
Yeah,
It was for Audrey to make the presentation.
that's what it was.
So-
It was something, but I
We had been
couldn't.
talking about doing it all through emails with Jesse, and then we just came in and voted on it, and that was it. So that should be very simple. So we're gonna do a special call. And that way we can get it out of the way. Thank you.
And we're sure that she didn't get confused with today being done, because we rescheduling it for this meeting.
No, it was
Okay.
always gonna be approved today, regardless of presenting next Tuesday or.
I guess because it's the meeting now, like.
You know what? Here's what we can do. We're just gonna plan for a special call. If Claricel, you talk and she says, oh, no, that they're gonna do it in March, they can do that meeting on their March, then we'll just leave it.
Yeah, yeah.
If not, then we do the special call by next week. So that should be, either way, they're gonna get it done. Because we're
So
not,
the special call before the 15th,
yeah,
I'll have to double check that there's
Oh.
nobody else.
special call would be somewhere between the 6th to the 10th. I'm sure
So you
somewhere.
mean
in there.
next week,
Yeah, next week. I'm giving us the whole week, anywhere in there's gotta be an open.
but really, I think it would be Wednesday, because
It
that's the day
would.
Gabby worked.
Yeah, that's just the only thing. But like, I'm
Oh,
not here
I'm
so
so sorry.
today, so it's like.
So I think it would be more like the 8th, 15, 22.
Yeah, okay then, so Wednesday, my bad, I didn't think about Gabby having to be here for that. Okay, yeah, so the 8th, 15th, if we have to do a special call,
I can't be here on the 8th. I'm going to be-
15th.
Now, the 8th, what meeting's at 5:30?
Oh, we have to. double
Yeah,
check
that's what
that.
I'm gonna check right now.
I know my meeting's at 7.
There's no effect.
No?
Okay, on the 8th,
No.
we're not, being- but I mean, I don't know, I don't think so. Right now, not yet. So that's not happening. It would have been okay. I think we could possibly meet on the 15th. Regular time, 5:30 to 7. Because there's, at 7 it's taken and there's another one.
We wouldn't even need that.
No, but it wouldn't, yeah.
It'd be like 5-10 minutes.
Oh, well. okay.
'Cause we're
Like
just
to,
Yeah, we're just coming in to approve what we've already finished. So can you
Mhm.
get your section of the budget, and just email it to Gabby, and then Gabby, you can send it to me, and then I can add it into the final report.
I want to come next Wednesday, Gabby. I don't know if we can talk to Melissa, because this doesn't look right.
oh, yes, so that was, okay. So I spoke to Claricel, And so this was the original paper that she gave me when I first started. This was before the gala, I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yes,
But
it was.
then it was updated online, but it still doesn't include the gala, and apparently it will reflect that in March.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But even the numbers aren't accurate either, like it's.
I don't understand.
That, me
So
neither,
how much money do
we've
we
never
have?
had one like this, that's why. Usually, we get it like this,
$50,000?
that's what
And
I'm
that's
saying,
without the
no,
gala?
no, we don't have that, we don't have that,
What's the balance?
We-
I don't-
exactly, that's why, this is,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I had to talk to her on the phone because I didn't get to see her in person, but I explained to her and she said to bring this,
But can we meet next Wednesday?
okay? Yes, I was making sure, I was on Wednesday. I was just making-
Now you put it that way.
The earlier the better.
I'm here starting 8:30.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know why I thought you started at, oh, you start at 1 when we have meetings.
At 3.
Oh, at 3, okay, that's where my confusion was, okay, no, so it doesn't have
So
to be
our
that.
meetings are here at 8:30.
Non-meeting days, yes. So like the second through the fourth Wednesday, with like the weird months that have 5.
Okay, okay. Okay.
So at 9 o'clock, I should bring you coffee.
I'm pretty sure she's not gonna say no. to
So,
that.
so if you want,
Actually, I can't.
actually, if you, more like if you can, I don't know if it would be with Claricel and with Melissa, I don't know, I guess, talk to them, and then I'll make myself available, please.
Okay.
Because I'm not comfortable with. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so I was showing you something else online on a different thing and it had different numbers too.
Exactly,
So,
and that's what I was looking at, and that's why, I don't feel comfortable like talking about it if I myself don't understand it well, so,
So
The
in other
only
words,
thing-
yes,
so you said next Wednesday,
yes.
but I'm not here until next Wednesday also.
No, that's fine. But is there a way that you?
I can ask Clarissa, I guess, and then I guess if she can
Yes,
ask Melissa then.
yeah,
because
something like that, like, and then you just let me know. I mean, you can wait till Wednesday to let me know if you
Yeah,
can't
but-
communicate with me before, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it works, because I know
Email
that
them.
you only work Wednesdays, but is it possible to communicate with you before? I don't know if you get what I mean. I mean,
Yeah.
I would understand that they're not paying you maybe for that time necessarily, but. Like
They're
sometimes
supposed
there's
to.
things, okay, like one of my concerns is. Let's say, okay, we're gonna do the painting with a twist, and we don't have a way to get in touch with you, and something is. Like, how do we go about that, or if it's not a Wednesday, like. Who do we
Then
go to
you
if
would
not you?
technically go to Clarissa.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you're not here, then we're supposed to go to her.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's actually part of my out of office.
okay,
I have that constantly on.
okay,
Of course, if I'm like here, I'll respond. But if I'm not, I know exactly, it will tell you like, these are my hours and like everything.
Interesting.
okay,
See, we're not used to that because with the liaisons before you, they were paid to respond whenever we needed something. Basically.
the thing is, with Jessie was a different, because I don't understand exactly how they worked with her. But the 2 previous that we had, which was Victoria, she was a town employee full-time.
Yeah.
So we were
That's
able to
my
contact her full-time. Yeah, that's why, but it's good to know this because, okay, now, and I'm not trying to say, let's say we can reach Clarissa, then is there like a third person just in case? That you know?
Never answers her phone. Melissa? No, not Melissa.
No,
Victoria?
yes, that's fine.
I,
Victoria?
I don't think so.
Isn't Isle full-time?
yeah.
But she's really busy.
Okay, I
Yeah,
guess,
so basically. it's
I'll ask
mostly
next
me
Wednesday.
and
I'll try
then-
to figure that out next.
We'll start a picket over the other side and someone will come.
Demand that she hire full-time. Yeah, I thought she was full-time. Why isn't she full-time? This town should hire you full-time. You hear that? Talking to you guys. I'll be having a meeting with the mayor next week.
It is, but the way that it looks online is not how we're used to getting it. So I don't quite understand it, how it's showing there. We're supposed to be able to see it like this. I don't know how to get it like this.
Hmm.
You see how it looks very different from that one?
Yeah, that's the one we've been using for the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
So that was your budget thing.
Yeah, so.
Okay, all right, thank you. Hope for Autism Talent Show.
Okay, the Hope for Autism Group is having their annual talent show in April. And, the past few events, we've been sponsoring the food for them. So I want to make a motion to go ahead and sponsor the food for this event as well. That's previous $1,000 before we always spent. So that's my.
Second. All those in favor?
Who's running the Hope for Autism Talent Show? Ms. Audrey?
Who's running
Yeah,
Marion
it?
Allen.
it would be cool if they can invite at least some of the kids from G's, because I know some of the kids from G's could do. Would love to participate or something like that.
Isn't it open to everyone? Or it's only Hope for Autism? Or members?
I mean, I know she invited Clyde.
Because I know Marisa would love to do a dance session. No,
I'll talk to her about it.
Yeah, talk with her. Card in April.
Okay, so UN Card contacted me. with this email. Okay, I wanted to remind you that we will be having a Spanish conference on Saturday, April 15th. We'll be sending you a flyer as soon as it is ready, but wanted you to save the date. We would love it if you guys could have a resource table for the families. This is intended for parents. We plan to have a few other resource tables of other agencies and a few presentations throughout the day inside. That's all the information I have. And he hasn't sent me the flyer yet. So I would just wanted to
Doesn't
have us
say
know.
where,
On the page.
because it could be UM. Or it could be the office here in Miami Lakes,
And that can also be mobile too.
yeah.
Those are both.
It's gonna be a health fair event,
It will
probably
probably
gonna
be
be
at
in
UM.
Nova.
No,
I mean, yeah, sorry,
one or the other.
but not at the Miami Lakes location. That's too
No.
small.
It's just- No, it would have to be a big place.
Yeah. I just read you the same information I have, so
Let's put on hold for our next meeting then. Until,
I wanted to let you guys know about that. But just remember that April is super busy for us. What's the date of the SNAB walk?
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. We're gonna wanna be a part of that.
what?
Really quick, what bucket? Did we say?
Oh, for the.
April 27th.
Social and.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Facts Walk.
Yes, thanks, well,
Mhm. I'll talk about it in announcements.
then,
Okay, so we'll talk about the card event next event. We'll put that on the calendar again. If you get the
Once I have
flyer.
more information.
Yeah,
And what, I think if we can. And it's like a Spanish, so. Everything's gonna be in Spanish.
so basically I can't be there.
You say, hola, ¿cómo está? And then that's it. You'll be the greeter.
Take Angle and Londina.
5K run,
Yeah, the 5K with card.
I
I think we do have to table it.
I have a question. I apologize, I stepped out. I had to get my daughter. Right. Okay, I wanted to ask, because I did see it here. On the new projects, does that? I feel like the things that we want to do, like, are we doing it? Have we gotten a response from Jeremy? Like, what's going on with that?
She said they're going back and forth with the contract negotiation.
And is the dojo part of that?
Dojo and animation is the two of them that they work.
Animation, I've heard back. The
Okay,
dojo, I haven't heard back. Anything from.
They did send something. She said something about that they were, I saw it in the email, that they were, I guess, waiting for him to sign something.
I don't know, I feel like it's trending like a lot.
It is, and that's because of their department. I can't find. Politics. It's in there somewhere, but we can do another follow-up with them. I know I saw something about it because they mentioned both programs in the email.
Right, yeah, I saw that too, but that was. Was it the one where they were asking if they had to pay for anything?
No, that was the one after that. There was one where they thought we weren't gonna, but they were gonna pay for something. They said they couldn't do that. We said, no, we're paying that. Then there was one that said that they were in negotiations and they needed an updated contract from him. And I thought it was emailed with you in it. I thought you were in it.
Yes, and you. it was
And we
emailed to you
replied,
too.
right, and we replied, and said, all we need is for him to send it back to them. So the only thing we don't know is if your man sent them updated on that.
Wasn't she supposed to send it to Jeremy? Cause I believe it was sent to her, was it?
I thought it was sent directly to Jeremy, because he was in the middle of talking about
But from my experience, we have to follow up.
it. Yeah, you gotta
Every
push him.
week, we gotta send an email, what's going on with this, because if not, it'll die there. I mean, it took a while to start the dance program. Everything takes a while, especially when legal is involved and even with the registry,
I sent it to you, Gabby, back on November 16th.
Before we finish up here, we'll keep talking about that. We're gonna table the 5K because we just don't have time. In announcements, I'm sure there's other things you guys want to mention, but when she brought up the SFAX walk is gonna be on April 22nd. We'll put it on the next agenda to be a part of. They have two major events, one in April, one in May. The one in May is a complete health fair. They've got 3 hospitals signed up. They're coming to do EEGs and tests and everything under the sun. They're actually gonna do real tests. So this is gonna be a huge health fair. I have a meeting with Mayor Bovo on Monday, trying to organize that whole thing for both the walk and for the health fair. So I'm gonna try to make sure that whatever we get, we're involved in it too.
So is facts,
This, on the charter school, autism charter school. They're gonna, for the walk,
that's who you're trying to contact.
okay,
for the walk in April, it's a walk-in safety fair. We have all of
Which we
my,
went to last year.
yeah, I got a hold of Miami-Dade Police. They're gonna bring the helicopter, the boat, maybe SWAT, mobile unit. Hialeah brings all of their stuff out
So aspects.
to SFAC, so the kids can walk by other fire trucks.
Is there a website?
SFACS.org, SFACS,
is.
Double A, isn't it double A?
SFACS.org. South Florida Autism Charter School,
I didn't have to.
Oh, because those facts as in facts or opinion,
not facts or opinion. SFACS.
okay,
So yes, that's gonna be a major event. They, not only do they, take the entire parking lot and turn it into like a museum of first responder stuff. But they also close down the road and do a walk around all the major, businesses like bowling and all that. They walk around the whole thing and they close the road down with a big, large parade. It's gonna be huge.
Very important. We've said it, we haven't purchased any of it yet. The stuff to have our flyers in, because almost everything that we've gone to, there has been a lot of wind and everything is flying around. I mean, I don't know, like, and something that'll look nicer too, like we had said, like put this like on a, even if we put that on top and then people just take it from the bottom. But something that shows, like that, like.
Little trays, stackable trays.
Yeah. Why don't I put that on my list here?
But we need to get
Can I
that, like,
some quotes?
ASAP because.
now you can get
if
it,
we're-
In the Office Depot.
yeah.
So I'll put them down and then I'll bring them, I'll print out what we have and then you guys can pick which ones you like and then we'll just have the town purchase it.
Okay, I do
With
wanna say something regarding April. So far, we've spoken about 3 different things. I don't know if we're gonna be at the 3. Let's just be, conscious of who's gonna go. Are we gonna decide, okay, we'll go, we'll go this day? I'm just saying, so it doesn't fall on, on just 1 or 2 people or 3,
Of course.
however.
No, of course.
Yeah,
So in our
but
next
also-
meeting, we need to like, okay. me and whoever is gonna go and then like that,
You
because,
wanna put- Why don't we put together like a,
and make sure also, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Doc. It's not just be at the event, and I don't wanna sound, cause, okay, I'm gonna be at the event, but then if. We're gonna be all over the place, and technically, only one person stays at the table. The good thing is for two people to be able to stay at the table for the majority of the time. Doesn't mean that one of us will be like how we've done before. Oh, okay, I'm gonna walk around, okay, I'll come back, but not that one person is gonna be manning the table for 3 hours and then the other person's there half an hour. I'm just, to be conscious, because I don't want it to become like, I don't wanna go to any more events because, I don't want anyone to feel that way, including myself.
well, let's make it this way.
I'm speaking
It's,
for myself.
it's a mandatory 2 people per event.
It should, that's how it should be, yeah.
And then we can sign up more, so that if we sign up more, if we have the ability, we can put down everybody's name and then we can just divvy up the time.
But it has to be at least the 2 people that are committed, and then if someone else can be there for a certain amount of time or, wants to be, that's fine. But at least like 2 committed for sure.
So the next meeting, when we sit down and make this, Alexandra, we'll have you make an Excel sheet of our events. And we'll put down what the event and then the people who can volunteer. And that way we'll have a list, so we know who's volunteering for which event. And that way we can follow up with each other when we get closer to the event. Hey, you still coming? No, yes,
Can I suggest too, like for any previous events that we've done the last few months, doing like who attended those as well, just so we have it. as
Yeah.
on a record.
Back couple, that's,
And as a matter of fact, one of the things about being on a board is that we're supposed to be at least, I believe it's 50%
mhm.
of the events. So, being on the board is not the only thing. It's also, going to the event. So I think, Alexandra, to, second what you're saying, I think it's a great idea. And that information, I believe it, Gina's even supposed to have that information to know, like, because these meetings are amazing and we have great ideas, but it's also when we go out, to also have that.
So we'll put the sheet together. If you want to start, go ahead and put the ones that we've already done. And put them in, then we can build from that one with the upcoming events list that we have. We need an events list, so you and I can work on that. If you have any free time next week, just call me and we'll go over what events we are trying to plan on. Speaking of events, don't forget, we have Painting with a Twist.
I was gonna say, I have 3 things to bring up. Before we leave. You needed do you already know what she's talking about in reference to the flyers, like maybe the stand-up ones that?
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna go to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to
And
Office
I would
Depot.
also like the one that you can put this inside and it's like a thing like this.
You want
Exactly, like a frame, but that you put it in and
Yeah,
then,
they have that one that sits clear and it stands clear and you
Exactly.
slide it in.
exactly, like something like that and then something.
And then a tray one for all the other ones.
And then like some type of paper holder, like something that we can put,
Love it.
because when we put the flyers, whether it's paper or the other ones. Believe me, we've had
What,
tremendous trouble. with
what
that.
I was thinking
At
about
aspect, I was.
is a standing one that's plastic,
Yes,
this wide. You stand them inside it, that keeps them from flying away and it's facing.
not 100%. It doesn't,
The clip version, I think that the one that has the two that smash it together like that is gonna be stronger. And the one that's curved and not straight up and down, because the ones that are straight up and down, they tip over in the wind too. But I'll print out a couple of them. And then you guys can look at them and check off which one you think is the best, and then we'll have Gabby have the town pay for them.
yeah,
Everybody can do their own research and bring it.
and we need to get this, like, let's say we have our meeting, like if someone could go like during that same week. Because we're gonna need it especially for April.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We could just use the town credit card. So once we know, I could just go up there and pick it out. That's easy.
I mean,
Or
however,
even Amazon.
You could do Amazon.
Now,
the point is that we need this, like this is
Yeah, I mean, these
crucial
events, we need it.
because. It makes events very.
We'll be okay when we get to Painting with a Twist because it's indoors, but the rest of them will get.
Correct, yeah.
What was the other one?
Painting with a twist, who's attending, what time we gotta be there? I'm just asking. What time we have to be there, what time to start,
Starts at 1, so.
1 o'clock?
The event starts at 1. We should be there
Yeah, I thought it was earlier, see?
by.
Well, that's too early.
Like 12:30, let me know, I will let you guys know if I need help. picking up the food.
Yeah, just send us a text.
Okay, that's 12:30. Now, also on February 11th, we have the Gigi's Gala.
Yes, who's going? We have 10 tickets.
I need to go back. I mean, back to.
It's February 11th.
Yep,
So I purchased the yes, the tickets,
The table.
the 10-person table.
Oh, did you go online?
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
because I was gonna talk about that. Okay.
And
which one?
Gigi's.
6:30.
so yeah, so I purchased those
This
tickets.
weekend?
The
February 11th.
Oh.
Next weekend,
The
next
same,
Saturday.
it's the same night as the Painting with a Twist event.
So I purchased the tickets, I put all of your names. I didn't put Fatima's name. And I did put you, Officer Amador. And,
Just need to find a date.
It's 6:30 to 12, I believe.
yes,
12 a.m.
Where's it at, Miramar?
yes.
It's in Miramar, not at Gigi's.
Yeah, I know, in Miramar.
That- What if you make it up?
Where in Miramar?
So there are 2 spots, I believe, available. Yes, there are 2 spots available. So I told Clarissa and she said that we could ask one of the council members to go.
Oh, that would be very nice. Luana would be the #1 pick, because she's
And Ray.
Ray also, Ray Ecoyaso too. I mean, I'm sure I don't know if he.
I think Ray would.
Those are the.
We
can I ask
all-
the three of them and see?
We all
That
go-
that was my next.
Find a babysitter for that weekend, if I can't find one, I cannot go. Because this last weekend I was out of town. So I cannot leave my kids with my ex one more weekend, because if not, they'll be racing hell.
I'm getting S factor with that.
I need to, I'm not sure yet, I mean. I'll get-
Okay, do we know how many are sure they're gonna go?
I can confirm this Saturday.
1,
Are
2.
you going?
I need to confirm.
Just us, not our spouse.
Right now, it seems like that.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm good to go at 6, no?
6:30,
6:30,
February 11th.
be 100% by.
And she said it was like formal.
Yes.
Attire, right?
Yeah. I have to see if I still fit in a suit.
Yeah, I bought a suit 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
It's formal attire.
Yeah.
Formal attire. It's at Sunset Lakes Community Center.
Very much. Since that Lakes Community Center. And what, 6:30 to 11?
So 12.
And the third thing, Marilyn?
That was the third thing. Painting with a twist, Gigi's Gala, and the divider things for whatever. you call it.
Any other announcements?
Yes. Okay, no, you can go ahead. Well, actually, I was following up first on the proposal that was updated that Jesse sent me.
Yes,
I did send it to her.
oh, okay, so they do have it, okay, so they have it,
That's what I thought. I figured they do. They just,
I figured too, but it's better to make sure to think it.
so that's done. Okay. Do we want to invite Marilyn and Ray now?
Yeah, yeah. waiting for that.
Can you let Marilyn and Ray know that we'd like them to go? See if they can go. And
And
then,
if the both of them can't go, how many tickets?
the
is
ones
there
we
just
have, the
two?
ones we have free right now is 2. So if one of you guys calls and says no, then we can ask another call.
But hold on, you're going to, right, Gabby?
If you would like me to.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Oh,
have to put it under my name.
hold on,
So-
because you said we have 2 left over out of 10, because there's,
7.
8,
no.
8,
There
right?
is a 7.
But she
of you-
wasn't counting herself. No, she said
Not
counting
me.
me, no.
So, not counting Clary.
Not cutting Clary,
And
Clary's
her.
there.
And not counting her.
So then there's 3,
That's what I was saying.
because there's
That
7 of you, but then we
There's 6.
take out.
Lottie,
and then
but
we
then
put
I'm a
her
Dory
under,
thing,
so
so that's
7.
8, 9, 10. So that's our 2. So you're going.
Okay.
And if someone cancels, that's our 3rd ticket. So the 2 tickets we have available, let's ask Ray, because Ray helped us with the gala, and let's ask Marilyn, because Marilyn's been our biggest supporter.
Her and Goyaso.
Has he really?
Goyaso, oh, yes. There have been events that Ruano has not been able to go to, and Goyaso has been.
Like the mayor's guys.
Yes, for
Okay.
example, the
Do you
mayor's
want
gala.
to, should we invite Lewis?
I mean,
He's the one that nominated me. If he can go, he can take my ticket. But I have to confirm if I'm able to go.
And he has to confirm too.
To the,
okay, how about you tell the 3 of them?
Tell the 3 of them, because one of them might say. no.
Exactly, tell the 3 of them.
I don't think Clary's gonna mind if we have one extra person come. 'Cause she's in charge of the place, isn't she?
But
Yeah.
if not, I mean,
Yeah, just saying, yeah.
we just gotta make
Yes,
sure that they're
but
on the right-
again, if it's one of the council members, you won't mind.
Yeah, it's one of the
You won't
council
mind.
members, I don't think she'll mind. So if we have an extra, we'll make it work. But we can
That's
donate.
if they attend.
That's why, let us know if they confirm that, if the 3 of them can go, I'd be willing to give up my ticket as well, if anything. So you guys can come with that.
or I can give it up since you guys.
No,
are the
I would
members.
agree to go. I mean, if.
No,
you
I
want
did
to,
survive.
No, I don't, but
You get to enjoy the perks of being part of our team.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are like the more like priority.
Thank you. We want you there. All right, so
Okay.
that takes, so ask the 3 of them, please, if you
Yes.
wouldn't mind, and then you're.
My announcement is I want to congratulate our fellow member, Madeline, for being elected.
Oh, I was like, what I do now?
She was elected vice chair of the cultural affairs committee.
Congratulations.
Very
Thank you.
excited.
Oh, exciting.
Well, then, is that all, guys?
Okay, sorry to do this.
No.
When will we know more about the gala?
Which one?
Gigi's. Right now is maybe,
I
maybe,
can, that's on the
maybe.
11th, right? You said, so I can confirm by the 4th, the 3rd or the 4th. And the
By
next two
Saturday,
days,
by Saturday.
yeah. I'll
By,
just,
okay, Saturday will be our deadline. By Saturday, we have to confirm that the 3 of us.
Okay,
Because then if they're open,
Then someone else
Spouses?
can be invited.
we can add spouses. Wasn't pointing at you. Was Pointing at.
I'm going with Gabby here, she's coming along. All right, that sounds good.
I really want it to be full, not to go to waste.
Of course.
I agree.
All right, then, let's call to end.
Okay, sorry.
She wants. What's next?
So, okay, so just one moment before we go to announcements, quickly. So for the health and wellness fair, I told you it was April 1st from 10 to 1 at Mary Collins. So we want to get a table.
Yeah.
So, it has, I think, like on the Eventbrite, but, like the location of the table, or do I just choose it?
choose the best way you can find.
Okay.
Hopefully one that's shaded.
And close to everyone.
Yeah, I don't know if you have. I remember like,
Yeah, shaded, please. We don't.
I won't say it that once.
Mira, Doris.
No, she was really close,
And
really close.
now that you brought that, why don't we buy a tent?
The thing is putting it up every time, no, or is it not too hard?
There's those little pop-up ones you just.
Okay, we need one, we need one, we need one, we need one.
I motion that we buy a large tent. I don't know what the sizes are.
No, what if
Those are
we
10
lock
by
it?
10.
10 by
You
10?
need 10 by 10, no bigger than that.
We need a 10 by 10 tent for our board.
From what bucket? Oh, well, we don't even know the price. We
Though
will have to get prices
they run
first.
about $90 to $120 in Kmart and Walmart. That's the standard
Budget,
price.
budget 150.
Kmart.
Yeah.
Back.
That's pretty good.
Kmart.
Okay.
Budget 150.
Walmart,
How about
that's right.
just in case inflation?
Kendall,
How about 200 just in case
200?
inflation?
okay, I budget, we do 200 to get a
Whoever-
pop-up 10 by 10 tent from wherever.
Community awareness.
Whoever gets it, make sure that the carry case where it comes inside is the one that has the wheels on the bottom,
Yes.
because there's a few different models. It's the thick one, not the thin one, because the thin one
Well,
rides
by the way,
away. And that's it, those are the two biggest things you have to look
Francisco,
for.
it seems like you know a lot. Why don't?
You're
you
the
tell
one
us
buying.
what we should get?
No, you're the one that's gonna go buy it.
Don't you?
Some of them come with weight, if not, you by the way, it's separate.
We'll get you the credit card. You find the one you think is best for us, buy it. It comes out of our budget. Good? Everybody good?
Oh, they're very reasonable.
Okay, I motioned.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Alright,
That
Okay.
solves that problem.
And if it rains also, like anything, yeah.
Any events
We
we go
need
to,
it.
now we're good.
so if we're on the subject of that, might as well set up an event box. An event box that we have, it's like. Everything that we need for events is there. So we have 2 folding chairs. Electrical extension or multi-plug, the table linen, like everything is.
Oh, you mean like a tote? We need a little like,
Not at all, dude.
one of those rolling totes that you could put
Yeah.
everything that we have in.
Wagon?
Like a little wagon thing.
Those are, it's basically a toolbox, our class, they,
I've seen them, they're black and yellow, they have wheels in the back, and you kind of, it looks like a cooler, but you can put everything inside of it, the lights, the fan, the extension
The
cords.
best thing would be something that doesn't weigh too much,
Oh, okay.
just in case it's women that are going, so we don't have to struggle too much.
That's just about where are we gonna keep that? Because the last time, I know we have,
Well,
I
I'm the
think
chair.
Lottie has a tote with something. Jessie, our old, liaison, she just called me today, so she has a tote of Halloween decoration.
I moved to put everything in my house.
Well, that's supposed to go to Mary Collins, no? But
Right,
like that's
but
not,
last time that I asked for that, they said that they didn't have room. But that they were in the process of cleaning out.
Yeah, because last year, at least the culture affairs, we had to go and meet to clean up and organize, because they were running out of room.
Right, so I don't know if now, like that has, more space has been created, but if we're gonna have tents and stuff, like, I live in a townhouse that doesn't even have a garage. I can't, my trunk is like my SNAB office, and I have flyers in there, the tablecloth, like.
I have a garage and I
So-
have shelves on my garage. So if you guys want to use my house to store all that stuff, so we don't have to worry about it being lost in town, I'm 100% for it.
okay,
Okay?
yeah, I don't have a garage either.
I don't use the garage for parking because it's too small. I can't. fit
My
the-
office is my school storage center.
perfect.
So, do we have to do another one, or can we just use that budget, that same 200, you put everything in one bundle? Right?
Yeah, everything
The
is.
tent and accessories, motion.
One at Home Depot, the other one at Walmart.
You're the ones who pick everything up. I think that makes sense. So the budget of 200 would be perfect, because you'll be able to get all things in one spot. Just make sure that the rolling piece is a smaller one, so that it's easier for all of us to do it. Because I don't think we'll really have that much stuff in there anyway. We have the papers, we have the little plastic stuff that we're gonna get from Office Depot,
We have
the
tables,
tablecloth. We don't have tables. That
They
would be,
always provide.
they always provide us the table. We just need
And
to.
the chairs, yeah.
Okay,
But we don't really need a big one.
No, we just need a small version. And remember that they've got a small one with little wheels in the back.
Yeah.
It encloses. So you guys can put everything in there and we can just put it on the shelf. And then you pull it out, you're ready to go. Tent and the roller and we're good. I've got extension cords. I'll throw my extension cord in there. No big deal.
I
Maybe
mean,
about-
extension cord usually we don't need because it's usually during the day. So
Yeah.
basically, it's.
That's why I said.
So
I
what
can-
do we need the cart for?
so the flyers, the table linen.
When we do the SFAX event.
We need a
we
wagon.
have the cart over here. And you have to walk everything over.
Yeah.
So as we have that little puller with little wheels in the back, it's gonna be a hell of a lot easier than carrying the box,
Oh, for sure.
which we did last year, which was not fun. So, okay, any
Perfect.
more announcements?
Yes, so I sent the town manager's assistant the date and time for our next meeting. So he should be able to attend, but I will verify, so John can put it in the agenda for March.
Very good.
And the special needs registry page on the town website, it includes the video.
Awesome.
Now, I have a question, Gabby, since you work Wednesdays, let's say Rosa were to get back to you. You won't see that till next Wednesday. But Clarissa will see it, Right. because
I would have had to copy them.
I don't, because I'm saying like if, because what if they say, oh no, like, I guess we'll just. No.
Well, at least for like, since the agenda, it's usually not submitted until the week before.
I have a
Yeah.
suggestion, and this is up to you. But if you want us to, as a board, we can go and tell the town, look. We want her to be able to reply to emails on a consistent basis for the things that we're working on when they come in. And all you'd have to do is keep track of your time for that. So if you want to call it as a 5-minute time or a 30-minute time, and we can bill, that you can bill for that, we can work with them and tell them that we need that. That you can't just be, it's not a matter of that, you're only in on Wednesdays, but these little emails, we need those responded to. Unless Clarissa wants to do it all, I'm pretty sure she's gonna say, oh no, I don't want to do that. Would you be up for that?
Well, the only thing is that if there's things you guys like asked me, like for the budget. I found that paper, but like I can't. What do I say? Like if I have I can't move forward sometimes without involving Clarissa or somebody else.
Interesting.
But then you can maybe just like call or something like that, or even send an email. No, like. I don't know.
I think I don't know about that scenario, but for the scenario like what she said about wanting to schedule the time to meet with Clarissa, you could like email her tonight and say, Clarissa, she wants us to meet on next Wednesday. That was 5 minutes. That's for our marketing firm. When I used to manage a marketing firm, we billed in minutes and we did either 5, 15 or 30 increments, depending on how long our email chain went. And we would pay that percentage for whatever that was. And that way you get a little extra money and you really just you just on your phone, if you want to do it. If not, then I would suggest copying Clarissa on everything we do and say, for everything that happens outside of Wednesdays, Clarissa, you have to be responsible, which then she'll come back to you and be like, can I hire you to do more? Because I'm pretty sure she won't let it. That's a lot on
I
her
mean,
shoulder.
it's not that we want to bombard you in any way, like, don't
Yeah,
feel
not
like,
that many.
it's gonna be 5 hours, but like, simple things sometimes, by the time we get responsive.
Like this, we're gonna write this up for that special call. I would send it to you, because this is what they told us, that legally, we're not allowed to send it to each other.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just send it to them and they heck with it. But Clarissa yelled at us for doing that one time. She said, you can't do this. It has to go to your liaison, and then your liaison will send it to them, and then they'll send it to you. And she never said anything about it being only one specific time. It was supposed to be continuous, and that probably because these people work for the town. So if you want us to pursue that and say, hey, we want her to be able to bill for these times that we need our help, because we gotta move things now. We can't wait a week at a time. If that's okay with you, we'll push for it. If you don't want us to do it, we won't do it, but then copy Clarissa on everything. You just let us know what you feel about it. Does that
Doesn't have to be right now.
Doesn't have to be right now either. We just want to make sure that you're getting taken care of, because that's not fair to only pay you for one day and have us bombarding you with stuff when that's what they told us we're supposed to do. Cause I remember, you guys remember when I told her, I was like, well, can't we just talk to each other? No, it's a sunshine law. So, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's call this meeting to end now.
Yes.
At 7:56 PM. All those in favor?
Bye.
One word. Good night, guys.
That video.
One moment.